The unexpected continues with the conclusion of week 2. Injuries make us scramble to the waiver wire for replacements, changes in scheme and personnel. Today we have 10 players to consider adding before waiver wire claims process on Wednesday. That's 3 tight ends, 3 running backs, 3 wide receivers, and 2 quarterbacks to get through. With notable injuries from the likes of Isaiah Pacheco, Tua Tagovailoa, Cooper Kupp, Justin Jefferson, and all the previous injuries from the week before, it continues to be an absolute slaughter of the league and your first-round picks. Let's just get right into it. Hunter freaking Henry. If we learned anything from watching Patriots football for 2 weeks now, it's that they're going to run the ball and they're going to dot up the tight end for the short and easy stuff. Hunter Henry on Sunday delivers 12 targets and 109 receiving yards. He's the tight end 3 on the season, firmly planted between Trey McBride and Isaiah Likely. I don't know what else I can say. At 22% rostered, he should be on everyone's top priority list, unless something terrible has happened to your receiver core or running backs. Mike Gesicki. I know, I'm as baffled as you are. This man is tied for 3rd on the season at tight end behind George Kittle. He got 9 targets on Sunday and went for 91 yards with a pouty Jamar Chase. Pouty or not, he's cemented a role here, and we should not ignore it. Okay, it's the Chiefs' offense. And Britton Strange, speaking of not ignoring, yes, Evan Ingram was out with a pre-game hamstring injury. I didn't want to panic once we saw the production for Ingram, well below his usage from last year, but the minute he's out, Britton Strange replaces him for the same amount of snaps and more targets and more receiving yards and more productivity. He looks good. And with the struggles in this offense, I wouldn't be surprised if they have more planned for Strange. That's your top tight end waivers. Look at running back. Carson Steele. Look, I'm not saying this guy is going to be a league winner rest of season. The reality is Pacheco is going on the IR. The Chiefs didn't give Samaje Perine a single rushing attempt. It all went to the undrafted rookie. This guy could be the difference in winning your next few matchups if you're injured at running back. Do not ignore the Chiefs' decision on Steele over Perine. Braylon Allen. Who? This is a premium handcuff territory, okay? Warning, all right? This is not like Carson Steele with a potential 3-down role. That being said, though, everyone thought Breece Hall was going to be unchallenged in the backfield, and that's just not the case. He takes away 25% of the backfield from Hall and 33% of his opportunity with 7 attempts and 4 targets for 56 total yards and a touchdown. It's production, and we should take notice. And we get the same story with Antonio Gibson. Premium handcuff warning, okay? Not a 3-down workhorse. But once again, the Patriots stated they will run the ball down your throat over and over and over and over and over and over and over, Marshawn Lynch style, and throw the ball to Hunter Henry. With most teams, this isn't a script that we can rely on week to week, but in this case, it's all the Patriots have, and it's not going away. He went for 100 yards with less touches than Stevenson. What else can I say? Those were your 3 best options at running back. Now we're on to wide receiver. Look, I know we're not excited about the Chargers in real life, but we're playing fantasy football, and QJ is 6'4", 215 pounds. And he leads his team in targets and receiving so far this season. And at 16% rostered, he can be a flex play, or he can sit on your bench while the injuries pile up. I hope they don't, but if they do. Dontavion Wicks. I take back everything I said about Malik Willis. He's not the worst quarterback in the NFL. Rest in peace, Carolina Panthers. Wicks is the most targeted for Willis week 2. With the shakeup at quarterback, we have to factor in the position that Wicks plays and his productivity and usage in respect to week 1 with Love. And it's noticeable. If you're like me and have no Hollywood Brown on IR, Mike Williams still recovering, Keenan Allen out, Deontay Johnson all ruining my matchups each week. Get after it. There's not a lot out there. Elijah Moore. He's tied with Chris Godwin and Marvin Harrison Jr. for targets in week 2. The Browns wide receiver 2 hauls in 6 of the 8 targets for 48 receiving. I know there's other receivers who had more yards than him as a potential sleeper, but these guys didn't have the target volume like he got this past week. He's tied with Amari Cooper. He's a low-end flex play or a bench upgrade, but it's the volume we want to target, not chase players with 2 receptions and a long gain from a broken play. 1 position left, 2 players. Derek Carr. I laughed at Derek Carr's return. I laughed at Rashid Shaheed and go balls down the hash. I am no longer laughing. They beat the Panthers. Who cares? They beat the Cowboys the same way. I am now listening. And you should too. Carr leads the NFL in passing touchdowns and is QB2 on the season, only behind Kyler Murray. I'm as baffled as you are. If you roster a backup or you don't have a dual threat quarterback, pick up Carr. The Saints look for real. And if last week's video didn't convince you, Sam Darnold comes out again. And what's more, the Vikings, as a team, continue the domination. Sam Darnold is 3rd on the season behind Kyler and Derek Carr. And they just beat the San Francisco 49ers. I know it's hard to believe that this is where we're at in 2024, but the numbers do not lie. The Saints look for real, and so do the Vikings. These 10 players are the most viable options based off week 2 production, availability, and outlook. If you had an injury or want depth, target one of these guys on your waiver wire and let me know in the comments who you're putting in for and why. If this was useful, like the video and subscribe, turn on post notifications so you stay prepared for Sunday and you get these videos before it's too late, okay? I hope it was helpful. That's the video. See you in the comments in the next video.